everyone, and welcome back to G.I. June on Jesse Heck Creative. Today we're going over Battle Android Trooper Bat 33 and Cobra Officer 37 from the G.I. Joe Classified series. Let's get to it. So here's all my Battle Android Troopers, named so because they're robots. That's actually pretty cool. You can kill them, blow them up, destroy them. I love this kind of thing. I've always liked fighting robots because there isn't any gore or blood. I know there is in war, which is what G.I. Joe basically is, but I don't know, I'm not a big fan of gore. I'm a fan of the hero versus villain thing, and these are some great villains. I've always loved kind of robot stuff, so putting a few of them aside, let's go over just one of them for now. So here is your standard Battle Android Trooper. It comes with this sort of faceplate head kind of thing. Taking a look at it, it's a nice sheen, looks really good, really cool, very shiny. It has a nice sort of fin coming off the back, a vent over here on this side, probably for, computers and stuff are really, technological. At least back then, you could put an entire computer in a room, and that's like the computer right there for you. Nowadays, it can fit in your pocket, which is amazing. So the bats are pretty nice and interesting. They have this sort of mechanical component to them right over here, another little mechanical pouch over here, a pouch here, a holster here for a gun. It's yellow. It's a nice kind of not really too yellow, but it's a nice orangish kind of yellow, which I really appreciate. We have the Cobra symbol over here in that same yellow, of course. The boots are really cool. They have metal on them, a sort of silvery kind of thing. I wish this silver was used for this over here, Although I get that these can be dinged up after a long day's work, and the boots are fine. I don't get it. Anyways, binoculars over here, or they're gas canisters, tear gas canisters. Who knows? Against, biological warfare with technological enemies makes sense. This backpack is really cool. It has a lot of stuff in it. I'm not sure what this is. It looks like nunchucks with sort of some kind of tubing. I'm not sure what that is. But this looks really neat. This could be fleshed out a little bit more. A little toolkit down here. You can store parts on it. It comes with two hands over here. It comes with a flamethrower. It comes with a drill over here. It has a port for something, so maybe it's not a drill. And a claw. I love claws. They're really cool. This claw looks really nice. It doesn't pinch, but it just looks good enough, and it can pin a Joe to the wall, which is really nice. The backpack can come off. All the pieces can come off if you'd like. You can switch them around as you please. Put them back. The pins on these are great. I wish that Classified would really, use these pins from now on for their, wrists and stuff, because they look great. But yeah, just going over this backpack, it's ingenious. I love the fact that Joes can store everything on their person or in their hands. Behind here is a silver thing, which is pretty neat. I wish we can get that on here, this kind of more silver. That actually looks pretty cool. I like the backpack, though. It does give a little bit of, worth to all these extra pieces and stuff. But I worry because it does wobble around a little bit on the socket, so just be careful with that. Going over some articulation points over here. The head is on a sort of ball joint, so it moves around. It's on a double ball peg. You can take it off and put on one of the more destroyed heads. Pushing it down onto the peg. For some reason it doesn't want to go on. Weird. There we go. Reminds me of a bird. I don't know why. The eye is a really nice blue. Very mechanical, very robotic. The cracks are really neatly done. Very nice. I love this look a lot. It's pretty cool. You have some sort of exposed, not circuitry, but just some exposed, inner workings of this guy. It's great. I wish we had another, More battle damage options are good. Having the same battle damage to every trooper makes it look a little bit action figure-y, kind of suspect. But the head does move around very well. You get a lot of good tilt and detail and stuff like that to it. We come with this nice, you can take this plate off right over here and add a battle damaged one. It goes in the bottom first and then fits in the top. Looks very nice, has some holes in it. You can see the exposed areas underneath just a tiny bit. That looks pretty cool. You can also rip it off and have more of a classic Battle Android Trooper with all these inner workings. It looks pretty nice. It's pretty cool. A little bit of red adds a nice little touch. And the green looks good too. So putting this base plate back on looks very good. Very nice. I could do with a Cobra symbol here. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not sure. You have one in the arm. Is it overkill? Probably for Cobra. The arms have a butterfly joint right over here. I almost forgot what they were because I don't use them all that often. It works out really well. The arm goes up this far. This arm goes up this far. Pretty good. and go all the way around. It bumps into that a little bit on the back right over here. Swivel at the top. Really nice range on this. It's a robot, so you can kind of do whatever and have it move however you want. Even a little bit of double jointed elbow action right over here. You know, go a little back further. Swivel at the wrist. The hands, going over those real quick. Have an up and down hinge on each hand, so that works out pretty well. Again, I love this backpack. It's just super neat. Very nice. Crunch down this far. Crunch back. Pretty okay. Not as good as the others. Kind of weird. I wish there was more, you know. That would really benefit this figure. It goes around a lot over here. The belt is kind of finicky. You know, it's like Destro's belt. I wish they would, you know, get rid of that. Just do a belt and then not have it attached to the holster. You know, just have the holster here. Maybe 2 straps. I don't know. Yeah. This strap is floaty. This strap is a little bit floaty. This whole thing is floaty. Down with the hip and out. Very nice range. Very good range. Works really well. Compared to Spirit last time, it's much better. You get a little bit of limited, you know, pushback from the holster on this side over here. A little bit of clickiness too, which is a good sign. You want that click, otherwise the joint is rubbing up against the ball peg. Knees are a little tight. Pinless, by the way. Forgot to mention that. That's good. Doesn't go all that far up. It's wearing pants for some reason. I don't know why. Robots with pants. Weird. Maybe to sell Halloween costumes? You know, that's probably a good thought. You know, you don't want, like, digitigrade legs or something. Swivel here at the top, down, and up, and pivot. 2 pegos at the bottom of the feet. Cool treads, by the way. I like the treads on the feet. Yeah, overall, the Battle Android Trooper is really nice. And if you have a bunch of them, they just look super cool in different states of battle damage. So, yeah, pick up as many as you can. I grabbed 4 because that's all my collection can possibly hold. But yeah, they're really cool, super neat, and yeah, Cobra, baby, because you can't really, you know, you can't really fight real people in the show. So they just destroyed these guys. Slaughter just destroyed like 20 of them in a row, and it was awesome. But yeah, the Battle Android Troopers are super cool. Pick them up. The Battle Android Trooper is a little bigger than everybody else. It stands at 6.5 inches tall. Here's the Battle Android Trooper next to Barbecue. They look good together, and they almost look like friends or brothers. They're both like robotic guys. You can't see their faces, so who knows? There's a little bit more life, I think, to Barbecue than the Bat, kind of ironically. A little more orange and flair to him. That was probably a fire pun. Whatever. And also here's Jesse Heck Creative. All I gotta do is wait under these robot parts, then I can sneak into that party. Hello everyone, and thank you so much for watching so far. Make sure to click like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. You can also click the bell icon for more creativity. Now let's get back to it. So here is the Cobra Officer. He looks great. I love the look on this guy. It's super cool. So going over him, his face is different than the Cobra Trooper and Cobra Infantry we've seen in the past. It's actually cloth on the bottom instead of a more metal looking material. It's very nice. We have some nice feel over here. It feels different, smooth, and then bumpy. Pretty cool. The eyes look similar to the Cobra Troopers and Cobra Infantry in the past. That looks nice. That sort of stern, angry furrowed brow expression looks very nice on this guy. The helmet is pretty cool. It has a little arrow signifying he's an officer. You just put that on there. And what I noticed going into the packaging, you know, putting this guy together, is that this is actually a little bit, you know, less wide when you initially get it. It actually widens out when you put it on. So just be aware of that. You can also tilt it back a little bit, you know, show those eyebrows more, or tilt it down to hide them. I'm not sure which one I like better, you know, thus far, but I might just go actually a little bit farther back to show those eyebrows off, you know, get that peak of the, you know, into the other peak of the just eyebrows, so it works better, and you could see the character a little bit more in there. So this is nice. The silver looks really cool. You got a little 4 little squares over here, his little chiclets. What I noticed really cool actually on the inside right here, if you can just, you know, go a little closer and focus better, thank you. There, the zipper is actually a small Cobra symbol, so that's something new that I never noticed. That's detail right there. And just the fanaticism is really fun for these guys of how much Cobra stuff there is. The silver looks really nice though. I like how it ties into the top, the, you know, middle with the Cobra symbol. On the back there isn't any silver. We have a Cobra symbol right on here on this holster. We'll get to that in a little bit. Taking it off, the web gear looks really nice. You could probably kit bash and take this off. you know, use it on a different, you know, Cobra Trooper infantry and diversify your characters. I won't, but hey, you do you. Looks really nice over here. The belt's separate from the web gear on the top. You know, you can get a good crunch in there, which is really good. We'll go over that a little bit later. The arm looks really nice. We have that same kind of like, you know, material right over here. Looks really good. The blue, again, is a really nice blue. And, oh, this swivels too. Cool. I didn't notice that. Awesome. Yeah, this glove is different. That's new. It's not armor. It's just a glove. There's a little more cloth, a little more, you know, play to this guy than the other troopers. Even the boots are a little more cloth. They don't have that big, like, you know, bulky armor. He even has buckles that are a little silver. That's very nice. The texture is really good. It's like a sort of jean kind of texture. It reminds me of jeans. Like he's wearing jeans. Like, you know, just lazy dad on a Saturday kind of thing. It's cool. He has this, the arrows again, back over here with another Cobra symbol. That's 1, 2, and 3 on the holster. Putting that back over there. Pretty simple. Yoink. Good. I don't like how this pin is, you know, okay, so it fits into that. So yeah, the pin issue. Yeah, that's an issue, the pin problem over here. That could be fixed by some paint or something, you know. But yeah, that was going over the paint and sculpt with this guy. It's really good. I like the gray too. It kind of adds a little bit of another dimension to the character too. I like how it stays to a certain color dynamic for this guy. So we've gone over that. Let's go over some accessories real quick, take everything off, and then go to articulation. He has a lot of places to hold stuff. You know, this holster right here, it can hold this rifle. It's a pretty neat rifle. You know, you can take the magazine out, and you can also take this scope out. It's a pretty neat scope right there. Looks really cool. You can also put that back in here. Shove that in there. Works out pretty nicely. You can't have these in there, but we'll go over that later on. This will go on the back in just a second. Also on the figure is a knife. It's pretty cool. As a, oh, thought it had a little bit of, you know, when I initially put it in, it had a little piece missing, but now that piece is back. So it looks really great. Looks really good. Good knife. Very nice. Maybe this is snakeskin. Who knows? It looks like a little dagger, you know, that would, you know, fit in with some kind of like heroic character or something. Maybe Aladdin. Who knows? Put that to the side. We also have this little gun, which is a standard Cobra issue gun. Looks pretty nice over here. Very detailed and very cool. The magazine juts out to the side. I wish it jutted out to the bottom. You can take out the magazine and, you know, just put it back in because we're actually not going to put this thing away just yet. He also comes with a small little standard issue gun that I can... There you go. You're going to push it from the bottom and then pull the whole thing out. It looks very nice. It's very simple, very small. Pretty good gun over here. You can also put a little thing in the hole right over here. You put a little thing in the hole over there, and a thing in the hole over there. So if they eventually, you know, in 2028 release different effects for these guys, I will gladly pick some up. Tiny Cobra symbol on the bottom, right over there, if you can't see or notice. On the other side as well. It's like 5 Cobra symbols on this guy. What does he eat? Cobra O's for breakfast? So you can put this thing down. And it may not go down all the way, just you gotta jiggle it a little bit and just give it a shove, and it works really easily, very nicely down there. The knife goes on the side right over here. Very neat. Cool. Put that over there. And now for this gun. So you have the little scope. You can put the scope in here, and it fits pretty nicely. Let me just see if I can't, you know, shove it in there. Doesn't want to go in all that well. So I can just push everybody forward and then push this thing in. It's a tight fit. It kind of juts out a little bit. And actually, that's all you got. Maybe it goes the other way. I'm not sure exactly how this thing really works. This is my first time with this guy. Okay, it does work the other way much better. So scope up. You got to work scope up on that one. You know, the magazine does fit. You just gotta, you know, put it in. The other way? Yeah, I'm having a hard time with this. He isn't wanting to let me put it in. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Okay, you just put it in. You know, it kind of crashes into the articulation a little bit sometimes, but maybe if you move it the other way, let me try it out. See how it goes. Yeah, I think it fits even better the other way, because then you can move the figure back and forward a little bit, use the articulation. It actually works quite well. That's nice. There. It's good. We're good. Awesome. So yeah, that looks good for this guy. Peg this in the back, right over here. And he's ready to go. Yeah. really nice figure. Really good, you know, accessories and stuff. Fits really well in the trigger finger. And then this thing is a little bit of a pain putting that in. But he's kitted out, and he's awesome. Yeah. This guy's great. I love it. Looks really neat. So, taking everything off again, real quick, just to show how quickly you could take everything off this figure. Going over the articulation as follows. Perfect. Goes down and up with a hinge. Moving everything to the side. You don't want to push that too far down. Moving that over, there we go. Back, it crashes into the back of the helmet. You know, you get a good down, that's good. But looking up will be a little bit of a challenge. All the way around here. The butterfly joint is a little bit stuck on mine. On both sides, so it's kind of a shame. Goes up this far, down this far, swivels all the way around. Goes up, goes down, a little bit gummy. Swivel on here, swivel here, and then inwards joints for this guy. The peg wants to come out on me. It's a different peg. So they did listen to me. Goes down and back. And then up and down for this one. It doesn't really want to do its job though that well. It's kind of stuck on mine, so you just gotta work it. There we go, independently of the arm. And then plug it back in. Wish they come with alternate hands for these guys sometimes, you know. Also, it's kind of limited here, but if you scooch the thing up, you get a little bit better range, so there's that. Goes crunch down and crunch back, way back. You probably won't be able to even use these things if you want them to look way back up. So that's a cool thing. The web gear doesn't really get in the way, which is nice. Swivel all the way around. By the way, there's some black on here. I remember it being gray on the infantry, so that's pretty cool. Really neat figure, just color blocking wise. Down and out, and then up, and then back. Swivel is really nice on this thing. It's really cool. It swivels at the top. Double joint knee, pretty good on that front, right over there. Down, swivel at the boot, down, and up, and then pivot at the foot, and then 2 peg holes at the bottom of the feet. Overall, I like this guy a lot. He works out really well and has a lot of good points to him. Yeah, there are a couple, you know, he has, I think, too many things in a way. If you can say that about G.I. Joe Classified, he does have too many armaments to him, I would think, that they could probably place elsewhere. I wouldn't mind another, you know, holster on the side, and that thing just flew away from me. So I guess I'll find that later. But yeah, it's a really nice figure. It looks really cool, and it just works well, I think. The Cobra Officer is nice. If you want to pick up multiples, but I'm just getting, you know, the one for now. I think this is just good for me, I guess. It's a nice little figure, works out really cool, and yeah, Cobra Officer, baby, really nice. The Cobra Officer stands at about 6 1/4 inches tall. So here's Cobra Officer next to Spirit and Freedom, and I find their blues to look pleasant together. They just look nice. You get a little more periwinkle blue as opposed to the darker blue from the Cobra Officer, but they look good together. It's pretty interesting. We also have that little patch of sky blue where that communicator is, so that's neat too. Freedom looks good as always, and I forgot to mention the wingspan for Freedom. It's around, I would say, 7 inches long or so, which works out pretty well. It's taller than any figure here. It's pretty nice though. Looks really good. And also here's Jesse Heck Creative. Look at me. I'm the officer now. Overall, some really good figures this time around. The Battle Android Troopers are fantastic. They have so many great parts to them that you can just mix and match. Even between the figures, you can have them have 2 claws, 2 flamethrowers, 2 guns, 2 drills, whatever they are. We have a battle damaged and non-battle damaged options. He has a cool backpack. They have great color schemes. I love these guys so much. They just work so well for the G.I. Joe Classified line, and I'm glad to have a villain you can just explode and destroy at will, you know, even within the cartoon series. They're just really cool and fantastic. The articulation is really nice and all pinless tech. It looks really cool. They're robots. I just love these robot guys. They're just really cool, fantastic, awesome. Adjectives. Adjectives. I love these guys so much. They're really great. The customizability is through the roof for them, and just the way they're made is just superb and done with care and love. The Cobra Officer is really good too. It's actually, I think, my second favorite of the Cobra Officer, Infantry, Trooper, etc. kind of, you know, trio we have here. They have a really nice selection of armaments. The knife is really cool and pretty nice. That like sort of just customized kind of holster on the back is a really good touch. It looks very leathery too. It's really awesome. The magazines are a bit of a pain though sometimes, and the scope can be a little bit of a hassle to get on or in the, holster of the body or the holster of the piece itself. But once you get everything on him, it looks awesome. I really like the blue on him. The silver looks really good. The gray is a nice touch, and the black just completes the whole look. I like how it's also leather as opposed to metal, because you wouldn't see this guy actually fighting. You'd see him commanding. You'd see him in the back of the lines and the front of the line. But these are some really great figures. I suggest you pick up a bunch of them if you want. I'm only picking up one officer this time around, but I have a bunch of bats, and I'm just glad these guys are releasing in full force. Snag them if you can. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more G.I. June on Jesse Heck Creative. Thank you so much for watching Jesse Heck Creative. Feel free to click like, subscribe, share, or leave a comment. You can also visit us at jesseheckcreative.com, where you'll find more reviews like this one. Thanks again for watching, and keep being creative. Stay tuned!